How is everybody doing today? And in this video, we are going to be showcasing off Maid Aoi. And not only that, we also have a bunch of other videos coming out very soon that are going to be showcasing off Kanzaki with one of the best ice teams in the game. Same with having Chia, because I also did get Chia as well. So we are going to be taking in Maid Aoi into this team with, of course, our two best supports in the game at the current moment, which are Saika and Ginksha. Saika, thankfully enough, I do have the first version of her, so I did end up putting the electric field onto this Psycho. So now we're spamming Absolute Phenomenon, and we're also using Sap and Zap, which is the electric field. Yingxia, of course, is here for the... I can't believe I just pressed something randomly. Yingxia is here for the... Where is my team at? For the hit count. Aoi, we are going to be rocking her with Skillful Means, which is her orb skill, because this allows her to get an extra skill point with using a skill point in exchange. So we get 2 for the price of 1, which is really nice. So we are going to be using that. Not only that, we also are going to have a provoke. She does have an innate provoke inside her own skills, which gives her totems. The only reason I'm giving her this version of it is because I know I won't be having her on field with a healer a lot of the time, so we are just going to have provoke so she can heal herself just a little bit, although you do get faster totems with having the actual skill from Aoi. Not only that, angel wings, of course, to negate the damage, and then her ultimate, which is trajectory of youth. And then, of course, we have Megumi for the fragile, Mua for the tactical vision, and then we have Kazue for the thunder defense down. And alongside that, the +5 skill points we're going to be grabbing every so often from her EX skill. So let's go ahead and head straight into this. We are going to take on the new score battle on difficulty 100 with intensity 35. So that means slash can't be used, which doesn't really matter. Every 5 turns we are going to be locked into what we have, so that really doesn't matter either. And then overdrive gauge depletes every turn. To be honest, don't need it. It helps, don't need it though. And of course we're taking Maid Aoi in. Level 100 difficulty, this is supposed to be a 16,000 rating, but realistically with the amount of power Maid Aoi has, you're going to see some damage. All right, so the thing about Maid Aoi, she does play a little different compared to a lot of the other characters in the game when it comes to a DPS, because she has to frontline so much. You can't really just stack on buffs immediately onto the character. What you can do though is you are going to be, for the most part, just gaining skill points just enough to the point where you are able to start buffing them out when it comes time to it. So you do want to do some type of provoke or some type of taunt early on. That way this always able to just go ahead and start earning those totems. And we're just gonna go ahead and do another basic attack once more, because we can't buff, like I said, and we're all still setting up the field in terms of the buffs that we can actually get up without Aoi losing all of her, what's it called, buffs if she attacks, because every time she does a basic attack you can lose all your buffs. So now we have the electric field with Saika. We are going to move the Mua to the front line. That way we can go ahead and get our heal off. We're going to change the Kazue out. That way we get the SP +5. Delightful dash for the overheal, plus giving tactical vision to Maid Aoi. And this should actually hurt the boss a little bit, because we are going to use a Pierce Thunder, which is weak already to the boss, which is Saika. I'm actually surprised how much damage this Saika does with just that field hit. We did get a defense down, but sadly we can't really do anything with that. Now that we're done with that, we're going to go ahead, bring Aoi back in, and we're going to use Angel Wings. Not only that, we are going to bring Yingxia back in, and we're also going to be bringing, you know what, Saika can stay up here. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Because the reason I want to have Yingxia up here is because this Yingxia specifically batteries the backline like crazy, because she gives a skill point every turn to the backline extra. So everybody on the backline is earning 3 skill points, while everybody in the front line technically is getting 3 skill points as well, because Saika is limit broken 1 and Maid Aoi is limit broken 1. So gonna use Angel Wings real quick, that way we can negate some damage and also get as many totems as possible before it's time to nuke down the boss. And when it's time to nuke down the boss, that's why we're building up all these skill points, because with the skill points that we have in surplus, we're able to just spam non-stop buffs and just go ahead and get this finished. So we are going to just basic attack once more. And remember, we also don't get to keep our overdrive bar, so we don't get any surplus skill points as well. The main method of our skill points is just going to be literally using our skillful means, which is going to give us our extra 2 skill points for the price of 1. That's what we'll be getting, that, and also the Kazooie with the SP plus 5. If you don't have Kazooie, it is going to take a little bit longer just because you aren't getting that 5 extra skill point boost, which is around 2 turns worth of SP. Other than that, we're going to move Mua here for another overheal, and we're just waiting. In all honesty, we're waiting for Maid Aoi to get enough to use her EX skill. And we're also waiting to see how many totems we can grab as well before it's time to finally get towards the end of this showcase, which basically the full showcase is just waiting to get the buffs out and all the totems for Aoi, which is funny enough. I think at this point we can start buffing out our Aoi. So we're gonna move her back to the back line so she can't accidentally mess it up. We're gonna go ahead and use Yingxia buff. We're gonna go ahead and use Absolute Phenomenon, and then other than that, we should be good for right now. And then we gotta use it one more time, and then we gotta use it again when it comes to the debuff. So right now, we're giving crit rate, crit damage, attack with Saika. We're giving hit count with Yingxia, and then we also have a Mind's Eye buff on top with Mua. Now we do have the poison on us, but we have enough for our overheal, so that does not matter. We're gonna go ahead, use the EX skills for them both again. Yingxia has her hit count once more on Aoi. Saika has the crit rate, crit damage, all that different type of stuff. So yes, our Aoi is fully buffed at this current moment now, and all we need to do is just get the thunder defense down onto the enemy and the fragile, and we should be done on a level 100 difficulty enemy. And this is basically how you play around with Aoi, because she is a little different compared to everybody else, just because of how passive she is and how she has to be in the front line for so much time. Here we go, double crit buffs, double tactical vision, attack power increased, and then we throw in the fragile, we throw in the thunder defense down, and this should pretty much be it. That's the fragile, this is the thunder defense down, and this is the trajectory of youth, which should, quote unquote, should one-shot the enemy. We're gonna get rid of that DP bar real quick, and let's see what we have. We have all the pieces. That's the DP bar, and there goes the health with a nasty 5 million damage. Look at Aoi. Holy crap, man. This is always insane, and that's my new high score. I've actually have not hit that hard. Previously, I hit 3 million, but I think because I had the extra tactical vision, gave me an extra 2 million damage. So buffs go a long way when it comes to putting them onto your character, so make sure you're fully buffing your character, because you could potentially one-shot a level 100 difficulty intensity 35 boss. Maid Aoi is absolutely amazing. She definitely plays a little different than majority of the cast when it comes to, let's say, Ruka's team, because Ruka can just stay in the back line. Ruka just gets all the buffs. When it's time for her to come out, when she has enough for her EX skill, which is a little costly, she just comes in, nukes, done. For Aoi, you do have to play a little bit more in tune with attention with Aoi, because she has to stay in the front line. You got to make sure you're not putting buffs on her, because if you do, they're just going to get wasted because she uses a normal attack. Not only that, you do have to pay attention to, do I have angel wings? And if you don't have angel wings on Aoi, you're using provoke. Are you going to stay alive with Aoi? Because then you're going to need a character like Mua, a character like Tama, somebody that's able to heal so that Aoi can continue taking that damage in. And you also have to make sure that those other characters that you're putting alongside Aoi in the front line are able to benefit your backline in some way, shape, or form. Just like how we have this Kazooie right here to give the SP, this kind of fastens the process a little bit more. And not only that, this Yingxia here, I'm pretty sure some of y'all may have this Yingxia, the S rank one specifically. Although I do have the SS versions skill on her, this S Yingxia is really great overall to battery the backline to help you out with this team, because this team is a little more skill point intensive than a lot of these other teams, just because of the amount of EX skills you're going to be using, and not only that, the amount of basically sustain that you're going to have to make sure that you're maintaining with having Mua, Tama, any of those other characters to help out Aoi keep taking those hits so that she gets those totems. Because as you may know, you really want to get hit with Aoi. That way you can keep increasing the totem count, which in hand increases the damage that you do. We could have done a little bit more if we waited a little bit longer in terms of getting hit and gaining, I think, 2 extra more totems, and I think we would have been maxed out. but we already one-shot the boss at difficulty 100. It's kind of no reason to go more above that in all honesty, but wow. Maid Aoi is absolutely amazing for single target bosses that take a little bit longer than not. I do recommend, if you do have the Ruka or anything like that, Ruka is really good for these really shorter bosses, like the ones that are in the flashback battles for like getting tokens ×3. Ruka is really good for that because you don't really have to wait. She has defense down, she nukes really quickly, and she does a lot of damage, a lot more than you really need in those battles. But someone like Maid Aoi does some damage. Maid Aoi does some damage. She's taking a boss and she's shooting them out in the back. I'm not gonna lie. Really good character, really fun character, and I really do intend to bring out this team for our next showcase because I do want to try to showcase the newer units that are out if I so happen to get them. Thankfully, I ended up getting the Mari. She is going to be grabbing the ice field from the SS1 Mari because we do have the SS1 Mari as well. So not only are we getting this Mari and using her, we also have Kazuha as well, giving us fragile, and not only that, we have an ice defense down unit and Kanzaki herself. So yes, it's a lot going on in this team, and we have Saika here as well, of course. There's a lot going on in this team, and I can't wait to showcase this. So if you're excited for this team showcase for Kanzaki and Mari, let me know, and then hopefully as well we can get into the dark team once I get another good debuffer or buffer for dark. Hopefully in the near future I'm able to do so. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.